Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a bit, but I figured since everybody's always doing these hobby videos in front of their nice, clean hobby stations, and my hobby station has not been clean for over a year, I figured I'd finally do that and do a quick video. Sorry for the shitty lighting, but it's a shitty day outside. Very grey and very England-like. So what I've been working on since about last August, off and on, are two projects, and this is one of them. One was a bolt-action army, so I did my Blitzkrieg Germans, of which there's been a couple battle reports of. The other thing I've been doing is I've been sitting on these Scottish Covenanters for Pike and Shotte for quite a long time, and Scott and I have been chatting about it and painting stuff. So without further ado, I'll just go through my units. And if I remember, I will do the manufacturers as well. So this first Pike and Shotte unit, I've just put the two sleeves of three muskets in front here. These are mostly plastic Warlord from the Battalion box sets. I've got the metal Scottish Command. So this is a Pike and Shotte battalion, or Pike and Shotte unit. With a nice big, just generic gray dudes with a generic blue and white flag. Nothing special about this unit here. I've got my second unit of gray Pike and Shotte dudes. This flag here is the blue and yellow. So this is going to be the Seaforth unit. So Seaforths and Mackenzies. The middle unit, so it turns out there was a unit all in red, and some of the research shows that this unit fought at Aldine and Inverlochy, and was a guy named Sir John Roach. And since Scott's last name is Roach, figured I'd do it in his tartan. So these guys are all in red coats with the red flag. And if I zoom in here, if I can zoom in on the video, I can't zoom in on the video, but the leader there on the left, the Pike's about to hit my camera, I've done that up in Scott's tartan, and that model, most of these models here are Warlord Games, and that leader model there is Blood and Plunder. One thing to note, because I knew I was going to forget, is in the Warlord Games plastic box sets, you get a strange number. You get enough to do this exact unit here of 40 dudes, but you get like the push pike guys and only a couple. So there are additional metal. Bought a couple of packs of just metal guys with the vertical pikes, so I only have a couple of the angled ones, and then going forward it'll be all just standing, like all marching poses like this, just because I keep pinging myself on these, and they're going to break eventually. So there are non-Warlord Games models in here, and it's mainly for the stand-up pikes. So yes, this is I've got 3 full units of Pike and Shotte. Because my last name is Campbell, clearly most of the flags are Campbell. That's why battles such as Inverlochy and Aldine and all that are good, because my ancestors fought there, and in some cases got murdered there. So this is the 15 Clan Highlanders, Warlord Games with the guy, showing his ass. On this side here, I've got some McCullough guys in there, just, they're not really McCullough. In the back here, I've got 6 Moss Troopers. They're actually in a unit of 12. The other unit's back here. Another unit of Highlanders. That's the chick there, showing her goods. I think it's Maggie McLean. Scotty picked him up for me, I think, at Salute last year when he was in England. There's another, this leader model over here, sorry, going back here, the guy in the middle, that's another Blood and Plunder guy. I find the Blood and Plunder character models are pretty good for this game. It's the right time period, the right fancy dress. And then for guns, I've got a frame gun on the left. I've got the big Saker gun on the sculpted base from the artillery box set in the middle, and then I've got the sawhorse gun on the right. So this right here is what I've got painted right now. I've got another probably 2 units big like this, at least, probably 3. I've got another 3 units of cavalry. I've got there's one of the army lists that has a bowman. There's another army list that has a commanded shot, obviously I want dragoons. I've got all the models, just got to paint them. Oh yeah, last but not least, my commander. So this here, let me get the right focus in there. So the guy on the left, balding, so of course he's going to be my ancestor. That's a Trent Miniatures model, and I think they're out of business. I think they got bought by, I forget who. But I mean, that's just a wicked model, you know, aristocrat kind of guy, not really fighting. So if I ever roll a really low strategy rating, because the Covenanter leaders, I think, or the generals from straight out of the rule book or out of the Kill a King book, they are variable. So they're on an 8 normally. If you roll a 1, they're a 7, and if you roll a 6, they're a 9. So they are variable. So if I ever roll a 7, he'll be my leader here. And then spare plastic horse guy here with the colonel's flag. So it looks good. I need more commanders, obviously, because that's a lot to command if that's just 1 battalion. I would never have this as 1 battalion. I'd split this up. Anyways, this is what I've been working on. I've got on the workbench right now another light gun. The Scottish, depending on which rules you're using or which list you're using, or if it's out of an order of battle, typically they have to have half the guns have to be lights, and they're allowed 1 gun per battalion. So I'm thinking, well, if I have about 6 battalion, I've got 6 guns, so I want to paint the 3rd light gun that way. You know, if I have to run half, I've got the 3 light guns. So I've got the light guns on the go, and I've got another unit of cavalry, just Scots Lancers. Because these guys here, while they look cool, they're skirmishing. They have fire and evade and marauder, so they can't really assault anything that, you know, anything hard hitting in the flank. They can assault other skirmishers, and I think they can assault guns, and that's about it. So the big unit of 12 moss troopers, I mean, they're Scottish. It's a very Scottish thing. Only the Scots get them, so that's why I did them first. But so yeah, my next unit of horse is going to be regular old Scots Lancers. Anyways, ran along too much. This is what I've been working on. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care.